Dr. James JC Cooley. That's right. Dr. James JC. Dr. James JC Cooley. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Let's go. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley. All right.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley. I tell you, got a very, very special show coming your way today. All of them are special, but I think this one is particularly special because, we're talking education. And we got one of the best in the business, that's going to come and educate us with a lot of things and tell us where education starts from. But before we get there, I got to say hello to you. How you doing, Dr. Cooley? How are you doing?
I am doing great. And, I wouldn't even say guest, but she's a guest co-host today. So she is co-hosting the show with us. And, it's interesting about education, academics. And one of the things about this amazing guest co-host today, she's got an exemplary academic background. And it's really not all about...
What's going on, Tim? She got like 90 PhDs.
It's not really all about degrees. It's about how it all starts, the foundation. And schools, classrooms are great, but it all starts in the home. That's why the title of the show is called Academics Start in the Home. I know it started and when I grew up, my mom and dad made sure we said and spoke the correct verbiage. I mean, it was no getting away with certain things, and my mom still does it today, which I am so happy.
I would not been able to get away with y'all. Mm-hmm. Gotta
Oh,
go.
but schools are, like I said, schools are great, but it's still up to the parents to lay that foundation and also to follow up after the kids leave school. Read books, do something. So we're going to talk about that with our guest co-host today, Dr. Angela C.
Can you tell me a little bit of something about the
Well,
title of the
there was
show,
something to talk
the
about. I mean,
purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely extraordinary guest that we got.
well, like you said, she has like 100 degrees. So, we're going to talk about understanding the foundation of academics starting in the home, creating a learning environment, long-term academic success, academic support, and encouragement. And like I said, it all starts at home. So let me tell you about our guest today. Not only she's a guest co-host, she is our friend. She is your favorite CPR instructor, holistic wellness practitioner, and health educator for D3 Health Fitness LLC. She's a presenter of national and international conferences, a #1 best-selling author and entrepreneur, and she mostly is an educator. And she has vowed to provide knowledge to others as a means of assisting with making informed decisions for continual growth. You know what? This is going to be a great conversation. But welcome back to the show, Dr. Angela C. Woo-hoo! She's a professor. She wears many hats, audience. And, we're so thankful that she was able to take time out of her busy schedule to guest co-host this show today with us. So, Dr. C, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Is that me?
Oh, the sound kind of sounded muffled, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You can clap.
All right.
The clap.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you all for having me. It is always a pleasure to be on the It's Your Life JC Cooley show. I mean, how often do you get the opportunity to be on the show with two doctors who have several? See, I can tell the people, you can sit in the background. It's probably about 50 degrees and certifications on that wall now, right?
No, you two have it doesn't even matter how many degrees. It's important of that. Yes. One of the things why, we reached out to you to be a guest co-host on the show, because you are an educator, and yes. Wow. And you still are an educator.
Yes.
And we know how important it is to you to make just people in general, especially the youth, understand, and their parents, their guardians, whatever, the custodians, how education really should start at home, even at a small age.
Yes.
Before you send your kids to nursery, before you send them to kindergarten, you should be practicing these things at home. So audience, whatever platform you are watching the show on, we're on 84 live stream platforms, including YouTube, E360 TV, LinkedIn, Facebook, Rumble, my gosh, and so many more. Please join the conversation.
Yes.
Comments, ask questions, and get involved with this informed and interactive discussion on the show today.
So Dr. Angela, it's always a pleasure. You got a standing invitation to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, academics is so important. And it should start at home. But why so many parents do not take the time to educate their kids, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, because they are busy doing other things? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, yes, on both sides of the spectrum, right? So first, let me say that when we look and notice that parents are not doing what we think they should be doing as relates to providing that foundation for their children by doing certain things, we have to make sure that we know that not all parents are formally educated to know what to do. And there are parents who they want to know what to do and they want to help, but they just need some support and guidance in what to do and how they can help at home. Right. So we want to make sure that if we can help somebody by sharing information so that they will know what to do and then show them how to do the things that they need to do so that their children can be better prepared for school, then they will have a level playing field, per se. So when they start school, they will have some background, some foundation to build on once they enter into the classroom. Now, the learning does start at home, and parents are the first teachers. So whether they believe it or not, you don't have to wait until your child is born to start the academic process, right? Because even in the womb, if you listen to classical music or healing frequencies, you read to your children while they're in the womb, it really makes a difference. If you converse with them while they are in the womb, because they can hear you, they know your body, right? And they are part of it. So you don't have to wait until the child is born. You start before the child enter into the world. And once they are born, you can continue the process, because our children brains are like sponges. Before they are born, they are exposed to their brain can activate 33 different languages. So they form their brain and the thought process based on what they hear the most. So if they hear English the most, that's what they're going to gravitate to. If they hear Korean or Chinese or Spanish, that's what they're going to gravitate to. If they hear two languages, they're going to learn to speak the two languages. So does that make sense?
It makes sense, and you bring up a great point, because not from a biblical perspective, but it starts inside the womb.
Yes.
And the education should start inside. The nourishment is already begun, because
Yes.
the baby is growing.
Yes.
And so it's important to always not just when the baby is born, but just always be able to try to teach and be the example as your kids are growing up. Education, well, you already know how we feel about education.
Right. It never stops.
Education never stops. It's always been a major part of my life. And
Yes.
it's continued to be a major part, because I'm afraid if I stop learning, I'm gonna forget everything else. So,
Well, you can't. You couldn't even stop if you tried. I'm just saying, just so you know that.
yes. So we got 2 minutes before the
Okay.
break. How does a child home environment influence their academic performance?
Well, children demonstrate the behavior that they're exposed to. So if the environment is what I call a literacy rich environment, that they're exposed to different kinds of print, they're exposed to books and turning the page, reading the page, where they not only read by themselves, but it's a family event. You read and minimize the screen time. And I know that things are different, and we're in an era that everything is electronic, everything moves at the speed of light almost, and everything that we want or need is in the palm of our hand at our fingertips using technology. And technology is good. It's really good, because we're in that era, but we need to make sure that we are engaging with our children in the environment, because using the devices will help them, but the communication, having that personal interaction, will teach them good etiquette of how to converse with someone else beyond using the computer, because we're yes, we're in the technology phase, and it's constantly growing, but we need to be able to converse with other people. And in order to do that, our children and families need to practice conversing, eating dinner together, having a meal, or making it a family activity.
Hold that thought. I like what you said.
All right.
And we have to get back to you.
Okay.
That thought. I'll tell you what, whichever platform that you watch this on, was you watching this on E36 television, Transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Rumble, and over 80 live platforms working to the show. If you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments on the platform that you're watching this on. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith and learning come together to transform lives. At VCU, we believe that education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Dr. James.
We have arrived at Prison Island. And I'll tell you what, it's beautiful out here. The water is so clear. The beach. I am excited. I will keep you informed. This is wonderful. Zanzibar.
Yeah,
Get over here, Randy.
I see why people say you haven't traveled until you've been to Zanzibar. I get it, man. I totally understand. We're about to have some fun.
VCU from USA, welcome to Zanzibar. Habibi, welcome to Zanzibar. VCU.
Yeah. Dr. James JC Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And then, I was reminiscing a couple of weeks ago when I was over in Tanzania and Zanzibar.
Yes.
It was Dr. Angela. I'm telling you, we're going to have so much fun next year.
I'm so looking forward to it.
We're going to have so much fun over there. It was absolutely fantastic. Met a lot of folks, especially this lady right here. You're going to meet her. You're certainly going to meet her real soon.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet one of my most favorite friends. Millions of you watch his show, and I know that you are dying of the next episode. Don't miss it out. It's coming from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, Africa. Watch his program and his show.
Wow.
Okay.
She, the senator from Cameroon.
Okay.
And much higher than senator, but we had so much fun there. Met so many great folks.
Good.
We're talking about education right now.
Yes.
Education is so important, especially that's why I'm heading back to Africa in 2 weeks. Because As you already know, Dr. Angela, Meridian Christian University, we are partner with several partners now to help bring down illiteracy. Meaning, what I mean by that is help teach. We are negotiating contracts, which you will be part of, to help bring enlightenment, help educate,
Yes.
especially the 18 to 30-year-olds, on what it takes to be a leader, what it takes to have skill sets, what it takes to do all of those things. And that's why it's so important that we're talking about this today, because academics starts in the home.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, it starts in the womb, which it does. But you had mentioned something prior to the break about getting the family back together, eating at the table, all that. Nobody do that no more. Why? I mean, why are people eating together at the table? You have one in the front room, the other one over there playing a video game.
Well, it happens because people are fascinated about the growth of technology and the things that it does, and they're fascinated about the different games. And I mean, there are all kinds of things that they do with technology. And I understand when you are learning something new like that, it's new, you're excited about it, it captures your attention, and before you know it, time will get by you. But having those family meals together really make a difference, because during that time you can converse about, you know, what are different things that are happening, just within the household, within the family, within the extended family, in the community. And we don't talk about things like that enough.
And what I remember is, growing up in Alabama, Tennessee, right?
Yes.
Now, I grew up poor. I mean, I was poor. I did not yeah, P-O. I wasn't, I didn't have the O-R.
Somebody else had already taken it.
Yeah, they had taken that. But he grew up poor.
Okay.
But guess what we did do?
Yes.
We didn't have a whole lot, but the family met for dinner. You met for dinner at the same time. If you wasn't there, you didn't eat. Meaning that it was gonna be gone. Wasn't nothing gonna be left.
Yeah.
So not just eating, but you had an opportunity to talk and share things and mingle. That doesn't happen anymore. You can go out to a restaurant and you have a family sitting at a table. Each one of the kids got a cell phone, just looking at it. The dad and mom, all of them got cell phone. The food come over there. I mean, it's kind of hard to communicate and really get a chance to know your kids, know your family, or anything when you're locked in on a device. My thing is this. My recommendation is you eat together as a family and you push them phones to the side.
Yes.
Michelle ain't gonna let me have a phone sitting at the table eating when we eat. I mean, so at restaurants as well. How can we get back to that standard, Dr. Angeles?
Well, we have to practice. We have to want that. We have to know the importance of it. Now, when my family and I get together, if it's my daughters or my grands, they already know the rules. My nieces, nephews, my great nieces and nephews, they know the teacher is here. They call me the professor. It's like technology is away while it's time for us to eat. Tell me about what you're doing. What's happening? Do you like school? What's going on with it? and they know that I have 21 questions for everybody. Be ready to answer questions because she's going to ask you. Yes, I'm going to ask because I need you to know and be able to respond. So asking the questions is not just for drilling or grilling you on what you're doing or anything like that. It has a twofold purpose. Yes, I want to know what you're doing. And yes, I want to know, let you know that I'm here to help you if you need any assistance or anything. But it also helps them to engage in conversation, to formulate the proper response to the questions without not having a response or not responding or not knowing how to respond. So it has a twofold purpose of being together and conversing about just the general things. Yes, I'm the professor. Yes, I'm always in teacher mode because they always ask me, do you ever get out of teacher mode? No, because teaching and learning takes place on every level. So you want to make sure that you are always in the teaching and learning mode, because when you're not, you're going to miss out. You're going to lose out on a lot. And you'll remain poor because you'll be missing out on opportunities because you don't know how to respond to them.
So you're absolutely right with all of that. How can parents, I mean, even the parents we have mentioned, maybe not educated.
Right. Some are not, yes.
But understand that their kids, that they have to provide the best opportunities for their kids, even though it might not exist with them.
Right.
Because many times you have to want to.
Yes.
You can't do unless you want to.
Right.
But I do believe that we have to want to make sure that our kids get the best possible education, and we set the best possible example for them in the house and outside the house.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. But just like there are certain things we don't know what we don't know, right? And we have to also consider that some parents they did not have a really good education experience. So we have to consider that. And as an educator, one thing that really worked for me, I taught early childhood was my first assignment, which was really great. And I really enjoyed it. But in all of my areas that I served as an educator in the K-12 sector and higher ed, I let the parents know that these are the things that I'm doing as the classroom facilitator. These are the things that you can do at home to extend, because we both want the same thing. We want the children to be successful, right? So in order for us to do that, I empower the parents to let them know, look, you're the first teacher. Yes, I have the formal education. There are some things that I know that you may not know, but I'm willing to share them. And there's a lot that you know that will help me do what I need to do to make sure that your child get the necessary skills that they need while they're with me. And then you can reinforce it by doing X, Y, and Z. So we built really great relationships with parents as partners in education, because they know the temperament of the child. They know what works best for the child. They know what the child like and don't like. So I would develop the teaching and learning process and the activities based on the individual students' strengths, needs, and interests. And then that way it would be a win-win for everybody. The students do well. I'm feeling good. They're feeling good. The parents are feeling good. They feel informed. They feel a part of the teaching and learning process, whether they know what to do or not. Once they know what they can do, I'm willing to bet you both my arms and everything. And I need my arms, right? That they will do what they need to do to help so that their children will be successful and they don't experience those different experiences that their parents may have experienced as relates to education, because they weren't prepared or their lack of. I'm not sure.
Yes. And I like what you said, that, some of these children, their parents maybe had not advance to even past high school, for whatever reasons, and, it's possible that some of these parents may be embarrassed that they can't help their children. As an educator, and people don't want to tell you everything that's going on with their home life, right? Especially the parents, and you don't want to dig too deep, but parents, I would say that, okay, if you had to drop out in 8th grade, you had to drop out in 6th grade, find or work with the educator. I need to find a group or a resource where I can get a tutor besides you to help my child, because I'm really unable to understand the lesson plan that they need and that they're going through. And that's where it comes with the embarrassment, where you don't know people's history. Some people may have to drop out of school because of, help support the family. You just never know. But the recommendations like, okay, you can't help your child as far as teaching them and going over their homework with them, but you can find resources who can help your child besides the educator.
Hold it, though. We got to take a station break. That's an important point that you bring up, Michelle.
Thank you.
And Angela, I'm curious to hear your response once we get back from the break. I tell you what, whichever platform you're watching us on, you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is go to the comments on the platform you're watching us on, ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get through an answer because it's your life. We'll be back after the break.
Dr. Michelle Cooley. I've heard so many powerful stories from women who survived heart disease because they took action in time. But I've also heard stories of women who weren't as lucky. The difference? Awareness, access to care, and early intervention. According to the American Heart Association, every 80 seconds, a woman in the United States dies from cardiovascular disease. That's more than one life lost every single minute. But did you know that 80% of heart disease cases are preventable? That's right, 80%. That means small changes like eating healthier, exercising, and managing stress can save lives.
Hi, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I'm committed to making sure that more women survive and strive. Please join me in raising funds for the American Heart Association to support life-saving research, because every heartbeat is worth fighting for. In honor of Women's History Month, let's spread awareness and help women recognize the warning signs before.
The future is here.
Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible. Integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are. Grow in faith. And build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today?
Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com.
Apply today and be among the global leaders.
The James Cooley Show. It's your life.
welcome back to James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. One thing I want to say, you guys just showed me in my uniform. My military, I can still fit that uniform. I can still get, I can still get in that uniform without having, where it's looking tight. No, I'm joking. But I tell you what we're talking about today is so important, and we're talking about education starting at home. And as I mentioned to you earlier, Angela,
yes,
we are going. That's if Michelle got everything taken care of with my visa. I will be heading to Africa to help promote education starting at an early age. If everything is okay, we're hoping, I'm talking about our university, which is you are the chair of our dissertation. I had to throw that out there. Of the dissertation, doctoral dissertations.
VCU, yes.
VCU. And where it's so important, not just in the United States, but all around the world, that we give folks an opportunity to learn. We do everything that we can to help uplift folks from an academic perspective, from a learning perspective, from a mentor perspective. And I want to commend you, Dr. Angela, on the things that you're doing. So
Thank you.
I'm going to turn it back over to Michelle because somebody knocking on the door.
Oh, okay. So, before the break, Dr. C, we were talking about, parents for whatever reason, they really can't help their child with homework.
Right.
And, my mom was able to, because my mom and dad, because they were educated, they had a higher education, but every family's not like that. And you just never know. So how important is it for parents or guardians or custodians of our youth not to just put everything in the hands of the educator? I mean, honestly, even if you can't help your child with their schoolwork, you should at least know how they're progressing, whether it's a parent-teacher conference, whether it's their report cards. I don't even know what they call it these days. I don't know. Do they call it report cards?
Yes, they still get report cards.
I don't know report cards. But, some parents are, I would say, clueless about how their children are progressing. They'll leave it to the educators. What is the issue with that?
Well, and I think that it really makes a difference based on the parents' experience with education, formal education. And, with every era, there's, different kinds of expectations, different levels of expectations of what you should do, how you should be responsible for your child's teaching and learning process, and not rely solely on the teacher to make sure that your child learns or learn the skills that they need to be successful. Once again, it should be a partnership. It should be a partnership, and every teacher has their own style of teaching, right? So, because I've been on both sides of the spectrum as an early childhood educator and an administrator in middle school and high school, and then district level administration, and then in higher ed. So when teachers, early childhood teachers, we are taught to teach across the curriculum, right? So, and sometimes in the classroom, students get left behind for whatever reason. Sometimes it's the communication is not there. And for me as an educator, that's a major component that needs to happen, and building a partnership with the parents and the teacher. And it goes both ways, and keeping that line of communication open. because everybody wants to see their child do well. And as the classroom teacher, you want to see your students do well because you've worked so hard to make sure that you know what to do to help them, right?
Exactly.
So I think that parents and both the educators need to, work together and look at it as a partnership for the betterment of the children. So I have my job to do. You have your job to do as a parent. We can work together, and it will be a win-win for our children, and they will not be going into society without being able to compete on a economic world stage. They will have the foundation that they need. And early literacy is an area of expertise for me. That's when my area that I wrote my first dissertation on. So it is important to teach the early literacy skills. And once they learn those, everything else will fall in place.
I agree with that. Distractions at home. So we know a lot of our youth, adults too, but let's talk about our youth. They watch a lot of TV. And I know you and James talked about earlier about, video games and everything, but there's educational programs on TV. I remember growing up, we used to watch Electric Company, Sesame Street, and there was this one that goes, at, bats. It was just really, it was just
making the sounds.
Yes. And a noun is a person, place, or thing. And I know on whether it's a public broadcasting system, PBS, they do have educational shows that kids can learn at a younger age. And I believe that's just one of the resources parents can use instead of them watching nonsense. But what's happening today is not just excess TV watching, but also reliance on AI. I am all for AI. I think it's a great technology, but we also want our youth to use their brain. Remember that they used to have spelling bees, and they still do have it.
They do,
Instead of just picking up your phone, how do you spell this? And it gets to you, think about it. Just hone the little skills, and write a paper on your own and put your thoughts into it. So what are your thoughts about what I just said about resources, whether it's television, these PBS programs, as well as AI? It's a gift, but you don't want to rely on it too much.
Right. I agree. I've never been a big fan of too much screen time. As a parent, as a child growing up, I didn't watch TV more than 30 minutes at a time, if that. I mean, even today, I don't watch TV. I only have one in my house now. And I don't, that's just something that was just ingrained in me. I would look at different educational shows and things of that nature. But our students and our children need to use that time. They need to converse. They need to engage with individuals. They need to learn how to write. I remember reading something just a few months ago saying if we want to not let our youth know about what we're doing, just write it down in cursive, because they can't read it. They can't write in cursive and they can't read it. And our children need to be able to read and write in cursive in the script, because something may happen with technology. It's man-made. So you need to have some skills that you can rely on and still progress forward.
Oh, that thought. We got to take a station break.
Okay.
This is so wonderful, I tell you. And we're going to take a station break. Whichever platform that you're watching this on.
Yes.
If you want to be part of this absolutely fantastic, great conversation that Dr. Angela Sees is presenting, just go to the comments on which of the 84 platforms. Yeah, 84 platforms. Wow.
Okay. I was about to ask you what's the number of the platforms now.
And ask any question. I promise you, Dr. Angela got a response. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Yeah.
get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Let's go. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley. All right.
Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith and learning come together to transform lives. At VCU, we believe that education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you, anytime I got this guest, Dr. Angela Seeds. And first of all, she's my little sister. Me and Michelle love you to death. You already know that. I love you
all too.
And
that's for you, Michelle.
Oh, especially Michelle.
Angela's my gym partner.
Yeah.
I see her. She work out.
Angela, you're doing so much out there. And
thank you.
As Chancellor of Viridian Christian University,
yes,
I cannot thank you enough for sitting on my board as my chair dissertation person. I know we got a couple of people that you're working with that should be almost finished, so but you're gonna make sure that they do.
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to talk about Viridian Christian University a little bit. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Over the last 6 months, Viridian Christian University, we had graduations over in Dubai.
Yes.
We had graduations in Dallas.
Yes.
We got another graduation coming up in May in Dallas. We have hooded over 79 new doctorate, honorary doctorates, that is. However, coming up, we have people that are graduating from our bachelor's, master's, and doctorate programs. And I cannot wait to hood them.
I know.
What if you are looking to increase your education,
yes,
or you looking at a nice Christian accredited,
yes,
that 1/5 the cost of any college that you're gonna ever go to, and it's completely online.
Yes,
you might want to look up Viridian Christian University.
Correct.
We're number one. Let me tell you, ViridianChristianUniversity.com. ViridianChristianUniversity.com. We got what you need.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn this back over to Dr. Michelle Cooley. You got it.
Dr. Angela, so what about the situations where there's overcrowding in the classrooms? And that's something that the parents can't, they can pull their kids out, but sometimes you got to go where your zoning is, what your zoning district is, or pay extra to go to a private school, which a lot of parents cannot afford. And there's students who may not get the required attention that they need from the teacher because of overcrowding. So the educator does what they need to do, and it's really not their fault. It's the school, and the parents do what they need to do. But I know I'm sure that you have experienced that, or others who have experienced that you are aware of. How do we combat that overcrowding in schools and children not getting the attention that they need in order to be successful academically wise?
Well, that's a really tall order, Dr. Michelle, and it goes beyond the classroom. That starts with legislation and our administration, and the budget as relates to education. And over the years, I've been an educator for more than 25 years, 30 years. And anytime there's a budget cut, education is always at the top of the list. So with the budget being cut, starting at the federal level and trickling down, then we have to work with and do the best we can with what we have. Right. So we have to become really creative and to make sure that we do what we need to do for our students and their families as it relates to the teaching and learning process, because we need to make sure that we support our legislatures who support education. And when there are different bills or different things to vote on as relates to education, be sure that we go to the polls and we talk to our senators and representatives on the state level, and then our local government as well. So we need to make sure that we're active and not just in the home or at the classroom level, the school district level. We need to be active when it's time to vote, or on the state level and the federal level also. And it does happen because sometimes it is written that the classes can have up to 36 students per teacher, and there's only one teacher, and 36 students is a lot, especially when you're going to always have students who are on different academic levels, have different academic backgrounds and different experiences as relates to academic preparation. So you have to be really creative and make it work the best you can, and build on the skills that students need that support and assistance with, enhance those areas of strength. And when you develop the lesson plans and activities, it makes a difference that you don't try to generate what I call a one size fit all, because all children are different. And the more you differentiate the instruction, whether you have 10 children, 20 children, 30 or 40 in the classroom, it'll make life much easier for you and the students. You have to have organization and classroom management skills. And if people need assistance with that, you want to collaborate and connect with other educators who worked under those conditions and did extremely well with it. So I think that we have to just continue to work together and always think positive and expect greater and do our part.
Well, you just mentioned something. My motto is to dream big.
Think big, yeah.
Think big and be big at everything that you do.
Exactly.
And Dr. Angela C.
Yes.
That is who you are.
Thank you.
You're always dreaming big, thinking big, and being big.
Yes.
Even though you only weigh like 120. But in stature, you bigger than everything outside. Because
what is here? Yes, it's there. That's right. And as educators, we have to do, and we have to do, just like you said, we're the ACE. We have to function.
Commitment and enthusiasm.
That's right. And we have to function with an ACE mentality, especially as educators, because we make a positive impact on the lives of children and families on a regular basis, even if we don't know who they are. People are looking to us for guidance and support. So we have to make sure that we operate in the ACE mentality in everything that we do.
You know that that's going to be the title of my next show. ACE. Angela, I want to thank you so much. Can you tell people how they can get in touch with you, especially from a physical fitness perspective? Because or a CPR perspective, you got about 30 seconds. Put that promotion there.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. So I want to take the first 10 or 15 seconds to say, if you have not donated to the J.C. Cooley Foundation, be sure to do that, because they are doing wonderful things and giving back to the community, giving away scholarships and things of that nature to help people to continue their education and do the things that they want to do, whether it's earn a degree or entrepreneurship, whatever the case may be. They give back to youngsters so that they continue. So make sure that you do that if you have not already. And if you have, be consistent with it. Be an ace about giving to the J.C. Cooley Foundation. And you can reach me at Dr. Angela on Facebook, Dr. Angela SEAY, or D3 Health Fitness on Facebook, or D3 Health and Fitness on Instagram. You can email me at D3healthfitness at gmail.com, and be on the lookout for new publications as it relates to teaching and learning and CPR. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
I want to thank you so much. You know, you got to stand the invitation. I also like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley.
Yes, always.
Another absolutely fantastic show. Most importantly, I like to thank you, the viewers.
Yes.
For tuning in to the James Cooley Show, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And on Sundays, KCBQ, The Answer out of San Diego, 9 p.m. And also K-Sky, The Answer Radio, AM 660, The Answer. And also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of these platforms. All you have to do is just look up It's Your Life with Dr. James Cooley. So I want to thank you for all of those things. Always remember to dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yes.
Your
life.
Dr. James, JC.